For all you empty nesters out there, over 50, 55, 60, whatever you are, and you're thinking the kids have gone and why am I in this big home, and you're planning to sell your home in the next 1 to 2 years, let's have a serious conversation here. Because if you think you can just pack up your stuff and put a sign on the lawn, you may lose tens of thousands of dollars, because when you're selling your most valuable asset, which is your home. Now, with most of your retirement money sitting in your home, the last thing you want to do is leave money on the table. The old real estate plan of attack when selling your home is obsolete, and sticking it to it could cost you money, real big time. So in today's market, buyers are really savvy, competition is fierce, and what once worked could now sabotage your sale. The landscape has shifted. It's essentially understanding the new rules. Now, I know you may not want to remove your wallpaper or your fancy valances, but you might need to. Now, the difference between knowing these changes and sticking to outdated advice could mean tens of thousands lost or gained. Because most realtors will walk into your house and, oh, it's pretty, just put it on the market because they want to make a commission check. And that's not what you're looking for. You're looking for a professional here, a good marketer and someone who's going to negotiate in your best interest. Because your financial future and your peace of mind are on the line. So don't make a move without the right strategy. Now, with 95% of my home seller clients over 60, they're all empty nesters, and they've been for a while. I've been working, this is my group, I've worked with empty nesters now for the last 20 years. And most of those homes are outdated. It's like grandmom's home. It's gonna turn off young buyers. I visited the Stumps home yesterday, and everywhere I turned around, there was so much to do to get this home ready for top dollar sale. They were like stuck in this time warp, but they realized after we talked about it that they are. And I showed them pictures, and we went through every room and the wallpaper and the valances, old switchblades, dated knobs, stuff everywhere. And we do have our work cut out for us, and they're ready for it. So today's buyers really want is what I'm going to talk about right now, because let's get real. They're a different breed than they were 10 or 5 years ago. They're not really messing around. They watch HGTV, or they're on Zillow every day, scrolling through homes and going through virtual tours, and they're walking into homes like from open houses. And they have these real bit high expectations. They're not looking for projects. They're looking for a place where they can drop their bags, pop a bottle of wine, and settle in without lifting a finger. That's what we have right now. So here's a tip for you. Buyers want to envision their future in your home, not get stuck in your past, okay? So if your space feels over-personalized or looks like it's been frozen in time since the 90s or 80s or 70s, it's going to feel like a big old to-do list. So think about it. Would your adult children or some trendy young professional walk in and say, this place is for me, if they walked into your house? I don't know. Are they thinking, yikes, this is going to be a lot of work? But the best part here, I'm going to go for the best part, you need to tear your house down to the studs and blow all your savings on like a total overhaul. We're not talking about, the key is in smart updates, little things that make big impacts. I call them low-cost fix-ups that give you high return. Small tweaks where buyers can walk in and say, this is the one, I can do this. Now, we have wall colors that we can refresh. Take a look at this room, bold, dark paint colors. Now, that was trendy, 10 years ago, but now it feels heavy and outdated, right? Imagine those walls painted in a soft, like neutral, warm gray or beige grayish. I use that Revere pewter color, like this. I'm going to show you this picture. It's the after picture, okay? Now, this room instantly feels brighter, larger, and more inviting. This is one of the easiest ways to create a clean, modern canvas that appeals to the widest range of buyers, okay? Now, the second thing you could do is replace doorknobs and hardware. It's the best thing to do, because when you walk in your home and they see outdated brass doorknobs from the 90s, it just dates the space, okay? So all you need to do is swap out some sleek, modern matte black or brushed nickel handles. Suddenly the home feels updated and polished on your kitchen cabinets and your bathrooms. Small changes give an immediate sense of modernization. That's what buyers are looking for. They don't want to do all these little things. Next, let's talk about light fixtures. Here's a picture of a builder-grade light fixture that hasn't been touched in years. And here's a picture of a light fixture that has been replaced. We replaced it with a contemporary pendant light or a stylish fixture with clean lines. This is what we did for this house. It immediately feels more modern and fresh when you look at the room, and buyers are going to notice it immediately. Next is your faucets. The same thing. Polish them up. Get new ones. Here's a faucet that I had, one of these bathrooms I went into, a shower head. This is with a shower head that looks a little dull and dingy. And here's what we put into it. It's a good clean one. It's sparkly shiny. It's brand new. It didn't cost that much money. It just made the room feel better and it gives a buyer a positive first impression. And how about landscaping? Here's a property. This guy hasn't done anything to his property, so I don't need to do anything. Here's a picture. Overgrown bushes, patchy grass, kind of gives the impression that the home isn't cared for. But here's what we did after. You can see everything's trimmed and we put flowers in there and all the lawn was now manicured. It was more inviting. Drew buyers in. We got extra $110,000 over asking for this one. So though it might be a small change, it's a nice freshness. It's a little tweak that you can make, okay? So the second thing I want to go over is inspections. And they say, why do I have to worry about that? That's the buyer thing. But no, you know, I'm an advocate of pre-home inspections. All that on my channel, I wrote a book about it. And if you don't have a home inspection before your home goes on market, you're not going to know what's going to happen once the buyer does their inspections and they're back. Buyer, home inspections are back. So know the good, bad, and ugly before, all right? You don't want the buyers to find it because it's going to kill the deal. And buyers love the pre-home inspection. They love it when they're putting the offer in because then they do it without a home inspection and they actually pay you more money because they're not afraid to buy the home. They don't feel that afraidness, okay? So you invested a lot of time and money in your home, so let's repair some of the little things to make a buyer feel more comfortable. Don't take it personally. I know a lot of people, home inspector walks in and the seller comes to me afterwards almost crying that he tore up his home. But that's what you want them to do. You want the home inspection to feel like the inspector went in there and did his job, okay? So if you think of it as tackling the minor repairs now, you can actually build trust with the buyer and they can feel confident. And if you address them up front, shows that you really care for your home and you really want to give them a nice home to live in. So some of the tips to help you get through a home inspection is basically to kind of stay calm. You know, take a deep breath. The report's going to come out and it's going to be what it is. But we can prepare you for the home inspection. And then when the inspection report comes back, just meet with us or meet with your agent and figure out what things you should be doing, or maybe just give a credit for, if maybe a dishwasher's broken, give a credit for a dishwasher so the buyer can buy their own dishwasher. So all that's really good. It just has a complete list of things that you're going to fix once they had the pre-home inspection. And you always want to keep records of your repairs, okay? Document everything. Buyers love documentation when you did it. It's not just about the seller's disclosure, it's about actually document it with receipts. And the third thing I want to tell you about is pricing. Now, pricing is really important. It's a weapon, okay? It's a secret weapon to selling your home. You need to price your home. You can't just slap a number that you think you want to get. It's a strategy, okay? And that's why you want to work with an agent who has a marketing and a negotiation skills, okay? And I'll talk a lot about in my second book, Modern Home Mindset, and my other book, Home Seller Sharks, on how to do this. Because you want to make sure when you do all those improvements that you're pricing the home well, so you get buyers coming in who can afford that and who are willing to pay you even more. So that's how it works. If it's a high price listing, they won't even consider or they won't check it out. I just had this with a house. Priced it too high, brought it down, and now we're going to get offers. Okay, you don't want to be too high too long, okay? Because your home lingers on the market, buyer's going to wonder what's wrong with you, what's wrong with your home. And that's why it's crucial to set a competitive price right out of the gate. Because a well-priced home, it brings buyers through the door with their checkbooks, okay? Some tips you can use, you can research comparable sales with your agent, okay? Which ones have sold, not are pending, they've sold. And which ones are pending recently, and you can find out what they got, would be great. Because you don't want to look at sold listings from 5 months ago. In this market, things are moving too fast. You want to highlight all your upgrades, new roof, new kitchen, or things like that. You want to set a psychological price, like 400, do $399.99, or under $1 million, do $999.999. And don't be afraid to adjust your price and do it quickly. Because if you have one price out there and nothing's happening, drop it down, especially if the market's starting to go down. Like right now, for 2024, at the end here, a lot of houses just are sitting because sellers are pricing them too high and the buyers don't want to pay for these high interest rates, so they're coming in with lower prices. So just set the price right, create excitement and interest, get quick offers, that's the idea. And you're also going to be better positioned to get an offer and also to get a best return on your investment. I think it's the key to unlocking a successful, profitable sale. Now I also talk about, this is the fourth thing I'm going to talk about, is agent, making sure you hire a real estate agent who's a broker, who has marketing and negotiating skills and has a team of people behind them that are helping them. That's the most important thing. And we have a list of questions to ask a realtor before hiring them, or down below. I've got all kinds of tips on this. Got a whole book on this. Just get my book. And also, you can help me subscribe to my channel so I can get up to 1,000 by the end of this month. It'd be great. So there's so many things you could be doing this winter for your house selling in the spring. That's why all my clients come to me 6 months before. So if you're thinking of selling now for next year, you got to start now, okay? and you got to start decluttering. And find that agent's going to take you through each room by room review and figure out exactly what you do in each room. Declutter and get rid of things you don't need. Put them in a box and bring them to a storage thing. You can always do that later. You can always go through it later if you don't have time now. Or what I do for my clients, I hire Lisa Hanson or Brian Gallagher, two of the people I hire, to help my clients actually help pack and do all that. So it makes a really big difference. I'm going to show you an example. Here's a picture of a living room, cluttered with furniture. And then what we did was we decluttered it. We told them, move this here, do that here, removed excess furniture and personal belongings, and now it's a bright and spacious area. Now we have this kitchen picture. It was really cluttered. You need to have a sleek, functional space. Remove non-essential appliances, things like that, and organize your cabinets. And here's an after picture of that same kitchen. So the goal, create an atmosphere where buyers can see themselves living their best lives, all right? Not seeing how you lived. That's the worst thing you could do. And next, you just want to have some really good online presence. That's everything. Prepping your home. Total buyers today, they want to see your home online first. They want to see great pictures. So make sure you take great pictures of your house on the outside when it looks its best, store them in the computer, and then you have that, okay? Really important, because they go through those listings so quickly. If you don't get them from the first hello picture, forget it. So timing is really important as well. I know a lot of empty nesters are thinking, let's do the spring. It's not always right now, not always like that right now, because January markets have been great. I've sold some great homes in January. I know the spring's a great idea, and it is only 6 months away, guys, so this is the time to actually start thinking about it, all right? So if you learned some tips today, I've got tons more tips like that. You just have to realize it's a different market. We're not in the market we were before. You have to really do something to your house. You've got to spiff it up, and we have all the tools for you necessary in our books or online. Just give me a call. That would be great. Diane Cardano here, one of the top real estate producing realtors in Pennsylvania and in the Philadelphia area here, the Philly in the suburbs, or in South Jersey. We'll see you on the next one.